I made the post the other day about Trump and RFK, and clearly putting Trump and or RFK in the title of the post makes a difference, because it's had over 300 views, which for me is a lot. It's one of my most viewed posts to date. And I wasn't paying attention to it, but then I kept getting comments on the post, which doesn't usually happen. I'll get a comment here and there. I don't really get that many comments on my posts. And the other thing that's interesting is, typically when I get comments on my posts, they tend to be positive. I've had a couple negatives here and there, but these comments were more critical. In fact, they were almost all critical. And so it was interesting. And so I'm seeing these comments come in that I'm not used to, and I'm seeing them be negative that I'm not used to. And then it kind of dawned on me, like, wait a second, this must mean this post is popular. Because if it's getting all these views, that means that people are looking at it. And sure enough, I looked it up, and it was like 350 views or something like that. So I'm like, okay, score, this is good. And it kind of clued me into, hopefully my posts will continue to become more and more popular. And if I'm lucky, or if it's meant to be, there'll be a time when I'm getting hundreds or thousands of views on a regular basis. And there's probably going to be more comments and more negative comments. And at first, I had the inkling to start to reply to the comments, and then I had to remind myself, no, don't do it, because you can go down that rabbit hole and it's never ending. Because people will say negative things. It's not that those things are not valid. One person said that they don't like the way I smack my lips when I talk, that it's distracting. Fair enough. That's actually pretty good public speaking feedback that I'm actually thinking about right now as I'm talking, and trying not to smack my lips as much. But the bottom line is that it's not a good use of energy to go into every comment and try to reply to it. It's just, it's a never-ending battle. And, people can be kind of nasty. Like, nobody said anything super mean, but, there were some things that were just kind of like, I don't know, derogatory in tone. Just like, kind of disrespectful, or what's the word? I don't know if inconsiderate's the word, but just like, the tone is just kind of negative. It's like, okay, well, fair enough. So, I'm happy that it's happening, because I want to get more views, and it kind of reminded me that the more views I get, the more this is going to happen, and I'm just going to have to grow a tougher skin. I think about Joe Rogan and what he talks about. He says, you can't read the comments. You can't get involved in that. It's not a good use of energy. And I agree with that. So anyway, that's my thought for today.